steps up on a 4th down yet again.
You've got to make a play. You don't try and throw this right away because no one's going to get to the end zone. He's got to find a soft spot in the pocket.
20 yards away, and here it is to the end zone, and it's broken up. And Pittsburgh stays unbeaten.
That Pittsburgh defense coming up huge in the 4th quarter against Lamar and the Ravens last Sunday. This week, they face an old rival, the Cowboys. So Dallas, still not sure who their starting quarterback will be. I got somebody here, though, who might have some intel. I'm pretty sure that RJ and Slater might be able to solve this riddle for us, or at least give us some clues. So I have 2 questions for you. 1, who's going to be the starting quarterback? And 2, how are you spending your birthday today? Happy birthday, Jane!
Yeah.
Aw, thank you guys. Well, I'm spending it with you, so it's a party already. So hello, good morning. I love you guys. Always fun. You know what's been fun, too, is figuring out who is going to be the starting quarterback this week, because I can honestly tell you I have no clue, Colleen. And if they know right now, well, they're not really saying as much. The goal was today for practice to have that starter in place. And, of course, practice will take place here later this morning. But if you're not familiar with the 2 options, let me give you a bit of a refresher course. Cooper Rush was here in Dallas for 3 seasons, started off on the practice squad, and then, of course, he was Dak Prescott's backup. They cut him this offseason in favor of Andy Dalton, and then they brought in Garrett Gilbert, who's only been here 3 weeks. He's been all around the league and in it for 7 seasons. So the big thing was they put in their rookie 7th rounder, Ben DiNucci, against the Eagles, and they just thought the speed of the game for him was a little too fast still. Of course, he didn't get the preseason or meaningful OTAs. So they're looking right now for somebody that can manage the huddle and make that play call at the line of scrimmage. Mike McCarthy also said it's important that they, quote, protect the damn ball. Now, I talked to TJ Watt with the Steelers this week, and he said it has been a little bit of a challenge preparing for a faceless quarterback, but they know that this offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott. Though I should point out, Ezekiel Elliott has been a little limited this week. He's been dealing with a hamstring injury, although he has yet to miss a game in his career. I think the big thing this weekend is going to be that offensive line, particularly when you consider that front that features TJ Watt. They have a league-leading 74 quarterback hits. So this could be a tough day at the office for whoever's under center, Colleen.
That's a rough one for sure. I mean, this pass rush is ferocious. So good luck to whoever the quarterback is going to be. Thank you, Jane. Okay, so listen, you wouldn't know it from watching the Cowboys this year, but this game features the 2 winningest teams in the Super Bowl era. Both Dallas and Pittsburgh have won 59% of their games. New England, Baltimore, and Minnesota round out the top 5. So just a little fun fact for you on this Saturday morning. A couple of those teams might qualify for our next segment. We're calling You're Not What Your Record Says You Are. All right, so shout out Bill Parcells, obviously, with the famous You Are What Your Record Says You Are bit. Jeezy, give us an example of one of these teams around the league.
Regular viewers of the show remember after week 1, I said I watched this Giants team for about 10 minutes, and it's all I needed to know that they're going to be more competitive this year, and they are going to give you a run for your money. They're not going to lay down like they had in many games over the last couple of years. I also said they're going to jump up and win some games that they're not supposed to win. Well, they haven't quite done that part. That's the part that Joe Judge is trying to teach them how to do. So when you look at their record, it's 1-7. However, Giants, you are not what your record says you are, because I see a team that is competing like they haven't competed before, a defense that is really good, and Joe Judge has got these guys believing. He's also handled some difficult situations extremely well, including this Golden Tate one that just popped up with him demanding on live TV during a game to be thrown the ball more. I like this Giant team. I think they're headed in the right direction, so they are not, to me, a 1-7 team. They're a team that is about to win some more games down the stretch and going forward.
Really? Okay, I like that. I'm gonna try something a little bit different. I'm gonna go with the Chicago Bears. And you are not what your record says you are, because even though I know it says you're 5-3, you probably really should be 3-5, man. Let's be real. The Falcons gave y'all a gift down 16, and Nick Foles comes back and wins that game. And then you think about the Bucs game. You didn't play very well against the Bucs. And so I thought both of y'all were just trying to, both teams not win the game. But when I watch this Bears team, Nick Foles, you heard him tell Brian Greasy, man, sometimes I get the play call and I know it's not going to work. Matt Nagy, what are you doing calling plays, man? You and Nick Foles are supposed to be the perfect marriage, and I just don't see it. Bears, you are not what your record says you are.
All right, that's a good one. I have another for you. There is a 2-5 team out there that it just keeps breaking my heart over and over and over again. I don't know why I think the Chargers are going to change, but for some reason, I just keep going back. Listen, they should be better than this, but they are. Call for it. Wait for it. Yeah, even with the delay, it works. They're averaging 417 yards per game. Only the Cardinals are better. Justin Herbert, I know, he's throwing for 300 yards a game. That's a rookie record. He has at least 3 touchdowns in his last 4. This is a team that's blown leads in 4 straight games of 16 or more points. And that is an NFL record. It is unbelievable that they just keep finding new ways to lose. And really, at this point, it shouldn't be unbelievable. I should know better than this. I shouldn't feel like I can change them, but I just keep going back, and I feel like I need a Chargers intervention.
Yeah, you do need a Chargers intervention, Colleen. They may be the best, worst team of the last 5 years. I hope they don't get Anthony Lynn fired. But for me, I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. And you know what, guys? I have to make a confession to you. I promised myself a few weeks ago I will never pick the Atlanta Falcons to win another game this season because they just disappointed me earlier in the season. They made the coaching switch. They have Raheem Morris now over the last few weeks. And Raheem Morris seems to be getting the most out of this team. Raheem Morris truly understands how to talk to men. I mean, you look at this defense. They're not giving up as many points as they were. I think Jeff Ulbrich now is more involved. Their old linebacker coach, so he's calling a little bit more plays. They're being more exotic in their blitz schemes. Matt Ryan has averaged over 300-some passing yards the last few weeks. 0 interceptions. They're playing better on offense. I think this Atlanta Falcons team is not what their record says they are. The record says that they're 2-6. I think they're more like I don't know, 6-2, 5-3 type of a team. Hopefully they finish the year on a strong note.
Well, we talked to Julio Jones after the TNF game last week, and that's what he said. Hopefully this is a sign of better things to come. Maybe they're turning the corner and they can put together a strong second half. I mean, that would be awesome if they could just pull it together. These teams, come on, you are not what your record says you are.